Chabisa mo akwa babie mfamra Amanyosem dwumedi so fa adu ye sinkunya atentam ye de be hyehyɛ so ne mpanyufo a ye no metwetwe nkomo yi amanyoko mienu ene ko baako a atini yayi ni di fufuro kra wo Ghana Floating Voters Association wo Ghana de bia ye tese Floating Voters media I don't belong to any political party do so a wa be wadwuma yi o campaign message no manifesto be ko yere mato abade ama first time enya ku a wo Ghana ha mo so ate mo from Floating Voters ne almost what join here platform you say about you common but you for number Godwin Mahama national communication team member at the NDC Amanyukua or aspire to be a NDC regional communication officer with Greater Accra and Fiduem has a Godwin upon me there so and MPP Babunu Bakon say national communication team member Yenuya a Farouk Moro Williams oko MPP mabunu ko be from AFA Alliance for Food Soldiers Association AFA na no omo ne ka so mampeninya reshafo o mampeni ka so say omo ye abeifo ompezo mugu na ba enu ase o twisi from no ene ono so ofidie mu a Farouk what do you ache they say matuma ba nyina awie no excuse fantastic. Okay. Sasa na yenua Eliwe Sakari ono na National Communication Officer edema Floating Voters Association omo ewo Ghana. First time yatisa kwedi. Minia akwaba?
Yeah, japa.
Apome de. Mo kuo no Floating Voters kuo no kwame na mo fa so for me.
Okay, brother Yimidase. The thing is since I started this public parties two-way na omoko normal ba na edu baby a omode omhye ba na yakreso ni ato ba no na say no how we normal econo ya nka ehwa momu a na say ya nsip papimanto wa na ada na ya dos enuntina ya ka ehwa bom yeni ha but you should be born na yako na.
Today na moye.
For now, no. What we do is we come together, then we dissect and bisect their policies. And if we think that it will help the nation, then we come out and then we support the right.
So the MPP, NDC, we be adding policy, but momo dey say, mo dey mo hwewe no ma hwewe na de mo tutu se ne dey bebo Ghana no. Na so mu say NDC dey na bebo Ghana na MPP dey na bebo Ghana dey na moye mo carry a message no to Floating Voters say you should vote for this political party because they have the best policies.
That's part of the programs, yes.
When you're politically aligned?
No. We are not aligned to any political party. We are aligned to the policies.
My association is it only Accra based and I say we cut across all the 16 regions?
Oh, we cut across all the regions. Easy. Just that now we are trying to put together all the people. Easy. So we are on the verge of putting together a team, and then from there we take it off. Okay.
My membership will say.
Roughly, we have a huge number that currently we are still putting down the list. So definitely by next week or so, we may have a press conference and we align some of the things that we are doing, and probably the data will be out.
Is it no political party na mo person form na mo share from say?
No.
So we are two party.
No. We are not for anything like
anyway, that. It's a laudable idea. At least Ghanaians are calling for a third force.
Sure.
But third force the CPP the be in Tabukum NDC. The PSC have connect NPP for the church. And NS confused Abua Papon. I name say National Communication, Deputy National Communication Officer, Dema NDP. They see I appointed as a Deputy Communication Director at my MPP and my press conference. So Ghana politics there, anything can happen. Anyway, you're finding to China.
Some program Floating Voters Association. But I want to encourage them. Because we will sit behind and look at whatever issues they bring on board. If almost the good policies and I mean we are all open
they love to engage them.
Oh, why not? If they critique our policies and we think they are making good points and we think they have good ideas to help. Why not? They are all Ghanaians. But I want to assure him and say, there were 2, 3 NDC good friends, but for now, no, they are disillusioned by the directionless NDC. So I will recommend say I will let you push them into your group, no. It will help them well. At least they should, because they say almost the NDC no they are able. So they should move to the model.
Convince NDC ni na wo can say no crowd ultimate convincing in fact wo party kuta power.
Oh, for now there also NDC leadership no when we say nya dey able no. So why very disturbed. You know, I will recommend. I will try and bring him on board in MPP, but I think say he will best join your floating voters association.
Sami, bako there. Sami bako. Kromo ti say.
Sami wa oni. Kroma eshi. Sisi ade oka kroma eshi na say o de credence ma when the she. Binya na nka mo bebo ni nyom no ama Ghana fo ni na won go fi na asa. Kromo ayeshi. Baby, si canal okay. Na so we no beka se na so ye ma ya ba mu we de. No, na say ni dey you see. No, eno dey. So ma wa be mu bu a, e na wo be fa sekan ekun. Uma wa be mu bu a, e na wo be num eduroboni aye den ekun. Nti ase ye num nsuo e de twen ope. You get me? The fact say aban no edi mi na hu hwambo no, en kire say wo de life e be che wonsa na wa fa wo kwa. You get me? So the song carries a lot of words in it. And at the same time, all children situation I mean we woman. Or sa share unkroya ma we who say. Ya be di ada. Ebefa. Fana ebefa no ne aban na say yes san. Na ye de His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eba because maybe I make John Mahama na say the NDC efi abenwa ne so no. I think 5 years some months money were close to 6 years money no. John Mahama as a person enko edi 4 years, right? Now the danko akufado edi 6 years, almost 6 years. And so na yetime de obi 6 years compare obi 4 years. You get me? Even put to the extent say 4 years no very valuable. And you me 4 years ni so valuable in such a way say and what 6 years cannot come close to the 4 years.
Okay.
The John Mahama is the hope of the country, but you have a kind of economy once a month. I will end here. You get into the details of the matter.
Okay. All right.
Now you do encomo.
Besha Sefri Yenua Faruko. Una wabai ewoso. Why are we here? Not long ago near to electricity and insumo. I can't want some cry and can you. And then inflation is up again, 34%. GPRTU for a few months ago to Tuash into a debut, it's almost between 30%. And I might mean it mean acostro. Policies are bunches or call Pediase retreat with the ministers of Mokoye or Modebis or Modemidicate the impact of the shocks are free by insurance or better than because DBI is like a free flow. Petrol no cost Rabivian why cremo. A cost dollar no CD need depreciate and nothing holds it, need depreciate. Why are we here?
Yeah, unia mamena wasana mena menche TF ashefo ne me colleagues ya waha say co-panelists ya waha. Na menche abusia na menche amokofare bai. Na before I move on no, mene minia Mahama ebeya adwin obabi say ampa we need hope, but unfortunately Express Mahama am say the minia came so on nyanti ase because he's always preaching doom and or just nya dey on share obi ankura on kasa on share no nkura say be president okay on kasa on can dey no as president as ex-president also pen a second term. I don't think Ghanaians will grant him that, you know. On share on can be beer church say president on oba Ghana for to abamana oba be different a change there or moto abetia no. Into no me catch Ghana for say na say so share kasa yemo as ex-president Mahama na being a leader before na no share ne kasa ne yemo. In fact, enyem kuranshe nti many minua Mahama many make catch minua Mahama say Ono me wofa enkasa na mahu se ono no owogide se nyoma be and I promise him say nyoma be President Akufo-Addo mmere so kura ansana yame aduma yasa hand over to another MPP leadership. Na meba asama o can say why are we here? Well, as a media guru as you are, meaning say one kasano who follow the happenings in the world. And now, see we are see away. So who follow the nyoma echoes we are see situation and the Ghana mine and we are see woman. A situation the last time the world now that time any global world. I celebrate as that I know do Japan, BC Japan. Answer na me am Africa na menya the effect of what has happened in Japan no would take years before I even get the effect of it. Was in the 1930s. That was how close by that time the situation we are in the world got to. So what I say, situation a woman no everywhere in the world will be adia to me say bibi adu no enya ade afa na ebe say we ntwima abeto yen. The unfortunate COVID-19 pandemic coupled with its twin Russia-Ukraine war. Up to now, the whole world is still, everybody is now even blaming even Ukraine more for their bad situations. We are not an island. We are village. We are in a global village. Effectively whatsoever beto. Now, before this pandemic struck, Ghana was doing very well. Our economy was growing 7% a year. Year on. It was improving. When you even go down to the industrial sector, the agricultural sector, the service sector, all of those sectors were doing well. And now even our inflation was bit low. It was somewhere a single digit before it got to 10%, before we went to 11%. Then, boom, this sickness came. When this sickness came, politicians, any Americans, because say our Ghana, meaning said desperation for power no, ama as no krebi who can ya diamanoa. Because our Ghana, as soon as you Ghana for a Ghana Bemu, painted the gloomy picture, said, you could woo but move out of Ghana, not occur the outside world. He tells them the truth, the bad effect of Corona, bad effect of this Ukraine war. The last time I called Nigeria, I called US, when he had the opportunity, when the whole world was listening to him, when he has to speak the truth, he spoke the truth, the bad effect of this twin COVID-19 and Ukraine is having its toll on us. Coupled with Cecia and we are saying all the big guys are stretching their muscles. And the US, for the past 40 years, US inflation and rising up to the level and normal rising. United Kingdom, it's a 14% crown. Even utility blow, prices they are doubling up. Everywhere in the world, everybody is complaining of the hardship of the high increase of cost of living. Say, the US are increasing the policy rate. In the history of their republic, increasing policy rate into that level. All because the US too is feeling the pinch. So now we're increasing the policy rate so as to attract investors back into the country. And when the US increases, like they say, when the US coughs, the whole world catches cold. Once on us, even people in the US are now saying, rent building, Miami cousin, name sister, no rent, $1,300. And now I'm in Okasa, it's also $2,100. Gas, not a monthly, $260, and also $160 monthly. She said, both everything is going up high. In time, say, I say, a pre, say, yeah, I feel you develop, you want to the US. If the US and the Britain and the Australians are struggling with their economy, nyoma bebrane because of our lifestyle to be and I say yeah importation. Definitely all these things will affect us. And then inflation of our inflation will certainly go up. But before I move on, I would remember say our inflation basket because the last time now make sure inflation basket I saw grapes in there. And I'm saying, what is grapes doing in our inflation basket? Yes, I mean, with grapes in your common food, because Ghana for a to you will use the doubling the price inflation and then rising. Now they buy affected inflation basket. And I will plead with Ghana Statistical is almost share on basket this year. Definitely prices of goods and services cost. And it's normal because the whole world, everybody is facing it. Mean to me, the president quite jar to me say, I'm part and you are and as a good father as he is, he's doing all, he's putting all offense or the number to a mama. Oh, Master, make I say about that time the rate at which Tamana yenya light crown, Mikai, Tamane would do some expense, mama, make I say electricity, almost the increase of 50% at the buy. Before M2016, so another 30% buy. Tamane that doom so more, yeni light crown, almost to light more at a point 50%. So what I say, compare that situation to today. Make I say about President Akufo-Addo, make I say 11% to be or tema household and I'm say 15 or something percent to be so or them industries. So what I say, even the last with the increment abaying in our near check and say or check it even the tifrim no any the cumulative a year so I did 2 mukrana. What's the difference? If you do your 2 no, it's not that much high. If you so now we try the trend at which are not increment and banoa. Would compare our the previous NDC government our money some bad them say despite the difficulties we are in the rate at which prices are going up especially in the utility would say all that bad because the last time I told for how many years I said last year this year no more to utility to that much for 6 years
for the 6 years, and this is not the first time I hear
it. Say with this match, say how many percent? 20 something percent.
27, 21%.
Yeah, the previous ones maybe the last one say moment no 20, no 15%. The last time increment at the moment no 15 or something percent. So for now, me to say any moment the hiding. I mean metna me country Ghana for say 7 periods or BBI okay. Because I said yeah, so
maybe say retreat am call ye policies are modi go akwemu yan crackers ya tete adwuma for ketua so expenditure ya reduce fuel allocation ya reduce
you are mixing up things
effect ben enya because at the end of the day the obey bia no ordinary Ghanaian want to see the impact
yan crackers tama MPP ba 2017 and a President Akufo-Addo ka say see about mo obia enkra is bia enkra cars unless say bia abeje clearance the need for a
but now no pediatric policies in account
I know they have
they import cars
that the last time we 2017 say no and where you are we ba the class measure what I say and now the pediatric omokoye they went there as usual the president being a good father and a compassionate leader as he is went with his people moko kotrase adwen ho and we say the effect of all this COVID and the sika spending here saving lives how do we get all this money how do we bring up the economy bring it up to a production level ebema of any say nyoma ni ejuma nyoma koso boko wo man into the mimia the mechanic say yes times are a bit difficult. And the president has accepted that he is doing all as a good leader. At least having this light is we make management is here now. Management will tell you say they are spending less, even though with the increase of electricity, their expenditure on fueling, or their expenditure on light bill is much better than when they were not getting light and spending much on buying fuel to fuel their plant so people can get light here. So when you go to the management level, many sure say despite these difficulties, retrenchment, even though times are difficult, the owners are doing their best to make sure say he keeps employment, he keeps people in employment. And those days, so now people were losing their employment. Among for one money, I catch you say light into coffee. So what I say, unfortunately, ex-president Makanya was a Ghana for repair son. I say you were free. What I say, so you might be say, "But we need to remind ourselves
the car importation was my year can." This is published. Was published by Asasi Radio, online.com, and it was published on 30th March 2022. Ban on imported vehicles will boost local automobile industry, says Akufo-Addo. Say, Ken Oforiatta, the Minister for Finance, announced last week that the government of Ghana has suspended the buying of imported vehicles with immediate effect. President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo has expressed optimism that the suspension of vehicle imports will boost the automobile industry in Ghana and has called on the local vehicle assembly businesses to position themselves to take advantage of that. Delivering the 2022 State of the Nation's Address SONA in Parliament on Wednesday, 30th March, Akufo-Addo said government will give priority to procurement of locally assembled vehicles. So
exactly. They all kind of cried and crying. It's self-explanatory and even makes my point even more better. Because President said, "Well, first we'll say, I'm on talk as be man."
But these were part. Man can say government so on talk out.
I was importation of
cars because ni nyina ka measures abandon so they go akwemu. We reduce fuel allocation to government officials 50%. And I'm bisa say impact ben e diabra burden ben na reduce.
What's how many months? What was the date? What is the date?
30th March.
30th March.
It was published on 30th March.
30th March. The me then say President Akufo-Addo the policies are what they are to akwemu, what they are reviving this economy. He's not only saying it, but he's acting on them. So what I say, after all, you were say about 6 or 5 manufacturing assembling companies are more assembling cars here. I know even the finance minister that I know, so used to Kantaka cars, Kantaka cars nibi. Kantanka. Yeah. Or used to Kantanka saloon car. And now. They say, the Greater Accra regional ministers in the office, RCCO, Mahu another Kantanka, one pickup for Honum. At least Mahu's a government institution, Snibu Honuma, Sebeka no Crama and one, Sofa Kruma, when you try Kantanka cars nibi. What I say, all those cars are assembled in Ghana. So far, Toyota Ghana, Omokasia, Omisomuya, President Kase, here in Porto. Cars from the outside world. Total Ghana, IRB assembled cars. It's a government institution being here car. No corner say or no so up cars even though the streets are better, eventually they also change it into dollars there. But at least you are also giving the local.
Yeah, my question maybe you have 2 more minutes, then I switch. I want to tell you because of government say COVID-19 Russia-Ukraine war, COVID-19 Russia-Ukraine war. And no call retreat. I was saying, can I say, pediatric with the government. I don't know the policies by. Say because of our China and whom we own by her, petrol fuel allocation 50% for your teso. After ye imported can from and farmer. Ministers, deputy ministers' salary are slashing by 30%, expenditure at by 30%. I want to know, sir, from that much, banning this our policy ni bigu akwemu besi neno. Assistant bibi because every day enema bo kosoro petrol bo no kosoro dollar no gusu cedi no gusu na depreciate inflation so kwa na kosoro cost of living kwa na kosoro. So all these policies have they have any impact on the suffering Ghanaians?
The fact say we fear we do na wudi maybe our expenditure a month 20 Ghana now say on top of anything perfumed rice is already local rice. They say we local rice, but at the end of the day, maybe your expenditure 20 Ghana now. Ebianka aka so top perfume rice now. and our expenditure and be 40 Ghana. But because up to for local rice, no, even though expenditure no kind of one today, but if you'll be able to live within the 20 Ghana that you spend, prices and goods and I don't there. But at the rate at which Ananka it could have gone or it could have risen, no, with these policies, no. For now, I mean, for instance, the data to support may have or could have or even support helping bring or maintain or even reduce the inflation, the rate at which any price in bedding.
Okay.
All
right. I say the obet me I why.
Oh. I mean, the person can
it means the kind of hardship shocks are gonna for the obet me I know why so say there's an autopilot. You can't do anything.
Oh, Masa, say if you say when you fear what's in Ghana, some previous apart from Nkrumah, okay, so may free education, notness. We apart from North, and I was say which I say free North, and son why I enjoy that free education. Me who will be our bar? What mean even one policy? Despite the
free SHS, shall say 2017.
No, make sure say. Despite the hardships,
2015.
Despite the hardships, people are still enjoying those freebies. Okay. So what I say, it is all catch them and say, who the effect of it are. Okay. Me and me too, I coming to school fees. At least I know, say, me to assess school fees. Even though me is kaboom machine bottom, but I haven't spent that much educating my child or buying some other. Things.
Farouk Udasi, I make kind messages kakra, but it's a good evening, Sami, and your panel, please. Sami, I want to pass through you and tell your colleague Sami Jafi should come out tomorrow to reply the conference NPP did about ex-President Mahama salary he received, so that these lies will not go into people's mind. From Agotimeva Johnson inside East Legon, and I do it free about. It's a good evening, boss. I have a big problem for the past 2 years now. I'm in need of your favor since 2020 elections up to now. I have not received my electoral officer money in Kumbungu district of Northern region. As a polling station. Yeah, say east. Clenier, Pacho. So any further and better particulars as to when electoral commission engage you near Jumaye, you can still send a young child there.
Or refer to electoral commission. Party BR, they don't call them electoral officer, we call them party agents.
No, I'm not talking about party, I'm talking about electoral commission.
No, in relation to what Farouk said, about EC.
I'm sure say or send another message clarify. Electoral commission and they will car. And as a party now could clarify, send another message then from my kind amount. With the other I say, I'm sorry, my name is Abdul Hamid Mohammed. Yeah, on this message about say. This MPP man is just blowing dust into the eyes of Ghanaians. Stop comparing Ghana with the USA. Their economy is not in junk, but we are in a junk. If he does not have anything to say, he should go and eat and sleep and stop his lies if he wants to go to heaven. Silvanus Hashaman de Abba. Please, why do you people always invite nation killers on your show? It's about time when they are done talking trash on the station going back home. Talking trash on the station going back home, we will attack them because they know they are defending the nonsense. National security for a home message when you are near, be careful. When you threaten to attack somebody, says, my main first now say, your guest here no matter or be free, and so be too you'll be the first suspect. Sometimes don't put yourself in a situation where you cannot answer questions. Where's it, Sammy? The MPP guy is not making any sense, so don't invite senseless people on your show again. Hey, it's too harsh. We say I'm wisdom, Nana. We say I'm wisdom. Nanado is not doing well at all. We say, Mr. Hunter, there is no difference in the submission of all the NPP communicators when they make excuse. It is either the COVID issue or the Ukraine-Russia war. I wonder why they compare our situations with other countries in the world. Government of those countries support their citizens, whilst Ghana is the only country in the world collecting COVID levies from us. Nana and his appointees collect our taxes to enjoy rather than developing the nation. Moses Edifrika Kaswa and Ediaba. Pacho bit my no messages in Ediabre Neko.
So just some few seconds. Main clear a friend is saying some of the testers because almost boy so a shape the discussion. There, yeah, not yeah boy on common now. Sometimes we don't want to go off track. So let me tell you. But to even support, now I didn't want to go off track. Now I quite say the back and forth. But even in these difficulties, what I say, President Kufuor. Just a few seconds. We do rebuttal. Just say, with all these difficulties, the president hasn't stopped delivering on his mandate. Okay. So what I say?
Mahama, 50 minutes.
Sami, the people of the Domiabra Obum constituency and a greater Accra phone in Ayaduma and the party no at the timetable have a trouble for constituency and regional as well as national elections. Region Ebesha see next month, I think on the 6th. I may have Domina Menidua said the Odi can we avail ourselves near contesting for greater Accra regional communication officer position. Now, I bring the party within the region to its best of position. Sammy, you see, before me a share in common arsenal, or try say obey responding to an issue I make and or say John Mahama ekasa enye encouraging. I'm person me as say John Mahama kasa on kasa MPP for bear in mind. MPP for mo de niema esisi omaso. Even when you speak sorry for me in quote, when you speak sense to them, they don't even want to listen to the sense. Oma yankophobia osa wonyan sakra ombe fia na ombe niegu. Because I say John Mahama nsem nye encouraging na. Then they encouraging say obi beka kire o say. Na gopo ya adom na say obeji abemu ana. Ni ministers obete so. From the current number of ministers, mobile mu use 125. And then I'm around 70 and I'm going. And John Mahama said me ba to protect the public person. Further metiso. Then they are so encouraging than this. 2. Then they are encouraging say and then maybe the issue of ex gratia. Article 71 holders. A monument ba beto abontin bia. Sami. Let's face reality. Let's look at how a Ghana for Ekasatiasa Adieno. Minya be maname boa. Inti se ne when your former president no see onya konya ba oba have a second look at ex gratia and issues of Article 1 holders are. Sami, what is so encouraging than this? One omudi any say one cause one discount. As against will be on the osoba. Or the name of Begua Muhammad, that's a dienu, as we talk. Then they encouraging since so we be catching us bar or the free basic health care ever. Agenda 1 million jobs and the big push project. Some catcher, we mudi. O my your madrini barco and found the Obeka. What can I say and fat and to online so and the now one country. Maka Ghana for me, then they encouraging CC. But this is not the matter. Until I go into the substance of the matter. I mean, make all the main issue in this one. To be frank, me tea me from A to Z. I didn't get the head and tail. Obisa ni say, omo ko pediase no. Omo so be reduce import of vehicles and things no. The impact on the economy then. Or chira will say reduce the rate at which enema bo air cost. What kind of answer is this? Say I will say unto car bium. Ubeti wa appointees salary so. And it is a de na and yema boa air kosoro no and kosoro bium. Is that what I said? That's what you said.
The kind is the kind.
I mean, say when me see I listen to him black and white.
The memories all can say. Say na me di perfume rice. Now because of be a change, say me top perfume no me to locally made rice. The chance say be a price no e be reduce be about 40%. Be a the speed and price na econo swat.
Na sami say ukoto perfume rice 50 cedis. Na nde uto to Jimmy 20 cedis ah. As so be here who say you can always save about 30 cedi difference. And I'm boa. As I say it me impact your life say who extra money down. And I'm boa. It say who the perfume. Now the what is swaba to Jimmy. Now you cannot save her. Has it made any impact in your life?
That's very wrong.
The answer is no.
When the prices
you see,
are going up,
Sammy, you see, so I do as on mine. As I say, you face reality. Reality ni say MPP party and ne omote abenu ane so no. Aban na agibonsem. Aban na anne ne ho. Adwene ni nyansa ye di bu oman no e free aban no. Because I mean, and now me no kasi hwe na me use carry nchire wo. Where you saying
1 cedi.
1 cedi ahen. Miensa. Kane na nka under John Mahama. Ukra sika miensa we ya. O the top pure water. Bag baako. Ana me boa. Bag baako. Enne uhia 3 cedi we miensa na ye 9 cedi. Asa na the top pure water bag baako.
5 6
new increment na you know
New
away.
increment never.
Yeah, can increment as now. You don't even know.
Has any increment taken in effect? So see how PS will tell you about tomorrow. 5 6
20 almost say 19th of this month.
You can you
one I say.
You are not even sure.
One
how many times some to
Jot
it down.
You said a lot of things I didn't come in. Also person obe divert the issue. Inflation asem na yeka. And oka transport fares. And oka increment in what? Pure water. And I'm boa. And no issue I here discuss. And I'm sure say, per the topic at stake, you know. And that John Mahama now kita we me and san. Uto pure water bag. And I'm boa. And then we here we no. Bako 9. And so now they are told the same pure water bag. Sami, can it under John Mahama?
Okay, and just simple. Just 2 minutes of your time.
No problem.
This is because original TV, a story, no, a video. And it's also published by myjoyonline.com. This sachet water to be sold at 50 pesos. Bottled water price rises to 3 Ghana cedis effective September 19. What can I say? The National Association of Sachet and Packaged Water Producers has announced another upward increment in the prices of sachet and bottled water effective Monday, September 19th. According to the association, a bag of sachet water, 500 ml by 30 pieces, is to be sold at 7 cedis, maximum from the retail trucks, mini shops. However, will retail the commodity at 9 Ghana cedis per bag maximum.
Sami.
How many times some your announcement the previous years? Some were two, some amount.
Sami.
It's the first time to mono. You can make a case out of it.
Sami.
Okay, twice.
Topic now there are 2 on. A press conference. This association. I have it. And on the bone of contention I can wasem. And I'm missing. Per the new prices are those association they are bet to jano. And the ukura sasika we back 9 and I bet top pure water bag back.
We see PS
and that please I never said so please.
Anyway,
under John Mahama. Now ukura 3 cedi out of 1 bag. Sami let me tell you, and easy. Under John Mahama now ukura 1 cedi we ya Sami. Na pure water sachet baako na ye 20 pesos. Ntu ukura we ya obeto pure water baako 5 ana me boa. Enne per the release no and nanado ukura the same 1 cedi a obeto pure water mienu pe. This is the situation. Now this I say, does it correspond with the increment in terms of salaries and incomes? Answer me no.
but wakasa no mo de omo compare amanoni unye adwuma kura yetua anameboa some part of the world unye adwuma unemployed yetua Ghana unye adwuma yetua. So if they keep comparing Ghana to them, they should begin to pay with those who are not working so that they can do constructive comparison. Please. Mamin Kasa. Me say some part.
Do
you get me? Sami, 2. And the transport fares. Yes, you want between 30%. The last time I do my for Nyaketia, Muntum, na saying. Now you're 4% and 7%.
Now no man cola 15.
Do you know cola? Cola, we can say the only one that. And always, you know, if you have 450 for cola, sometimes I'm not happy with it because cola does not affect pension. So you're aware. Cola does not affect pension. And cola, no, and you're for a lifetime. Cola, situation a woman. Say a very tough. You calculate for cola. It is you have a call next negotiation. We scrap it off. That's how cola is done. The last time we had 4% and 7%, and the inflation nam 33.9%, approximately 34%. Yeah, two transport fare 30%. Same ye koya na ye buy. All this situation, no, idea you bet media mitigate the issue, no, cash. Anameboa, cash. Nti obi be bisa say, so oman no wasika, you bet media boy ye ho bra. We can go away from this situation, Anna. Oh, you're going near. The answer is yes. But abain am mismanage every revenue omonya since they came to power. Nti na ma yedu baby a yedu. Because I mean, see, abain ka so the e-levy eba sa okay. You see e-levy besa krodo so. E besa dwiba. Agric minister say before make me distribute fertilizers, I just say yaji e-levy atum. Road minister say before make me construct road amaye. I just say yaji e-levy atum. Before they can continue paying for free estate, I just say yaji e-levy atum. The e-levy was a panacea to Ghana's problem. But now the income flow was how much? 6.9%, approximately 7 billion. And I'm what? Until now, we have 7 billion, and they are changing the destiny of this country. But COVID by Sika by when you are in the name of COVID, a brute 34 billion.
Finance Minister said 19.3 billion. Granted,
impose 19 billion. Is it not more than times 2 of the 6.9 billion or more pay fee 11? This is 19 billion. Now when to me and you soon ye answer Ghana for Shabria. Then it means that you mismanaged it. Sami too, a bank where you buy or catch them in say borrowing to govern a state a lazy man approach. I'm in your moon penny for a say, Sanke, if it's about borrowing your monkey to a rabbit in my day, Ebu my Ghana. And the question is say, now the damn Fado, or you will be class 1 child, Anna. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, or you will be class 2 child, Anna. Because they have borrowed more than any other government in the history of this country. Then on with this can from Nkrumah, basically 31st of December 2016. Na Ghana Bosia Yaboni na Potokasi Efreno legacy debt stood at 122 billion. And their legacy debt as a country is close to 500 billion. In Bosia, more than 200 billion. Aka Ghana your legacy debt. They no mudi aye. Won't mean say say me no wo shebre. It is just as a result of mismanagement. Yen di sika no wo yen anu. Yen appoint a lot of people ni enfan to your salaries. Yen to cars. Yen call original tours cars bear say 25 30. Now you full only car no. Now you dey call the various regions. A whole V8 full it's even close to 3,000 Ghana cedi for a full tank to be filled. Now you just presidential chair. From that I compare near that too. car you turn close to 4 billion no you to purposely for just akondwa near their two way common sense no mu free way abemu sami enieme mu aye din ene mebunu ntimi nko emma ene ye maame no mu wodwa eton a ye nto because you can ni krom menu abetena ha ene omu skani na egu omo ntomo de ya oni abenedie na Ghana fo ye komunu they don't feel it.
Okay.
They don't feel it.
2 more minutes.
I mean,
2 more minutes.
In conclusion,
in all this, they feel say NDC munya alternative because mun prefer any solution or another alternative solution to whatever is happening.
See, Sami imribia meka and aka. If they refuse to read, and I said they refuse to follow the national discourse, commentary na omobeye. Okay, Ghana at Crossroad. Okay, that program, Sami.
Yeah, Mika.
Which His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was one of the guest speakers. Profoundly a lot of solutions and suggestions to this government into Omo Ehubi. Menu ka say Honorable Ato Forsen ranking member on finance. Adichi adi se ni na no anamo finance minister to ni na de enye ni na oka Honorable Adonko eka. Besides 2016 election and this yebuku ebunkrata aso the friend the People's Manifesto. We made mention of big push
2020 election.
Yes, 2020 election. We made mention of agenda 1 million jobs. We made mention of a free basic health care. Ninina omu. They haven't heard. Omunti. Sami, mi basis ni mi preamble ne say. MPP abaya yo mo adwene say. Se unka won ho a. Enka won emfa won ni nyansa eni nimbia owo because former President John Mahama keep on saying say pempenso ayedu no. Se nya ndisi fo mpo na wo be frɛ nga. Ye wo nimdifo Ghana bebre in all the what sectors. Mom bring in all of them on board anameboa. Said ya wo be kai yen time ye call sente.
Okay, see for time.
Even po eto and suffer MPP aban so omombra. Did they come? They didn't come. Na mo no won sinkonya no bia mfa na adwene nye den embra.
Okay.
If you refuse to do that.
Okay.
And then in Chile, we don't
tackle some
of
the unread messages. We have 23 unread messages pending. We say good evening to you, Hunto, and your panelists. I will say missed your show, but I'm back. Kofi from Kumasi Rodaba. Kofi, you're welcome. We say good evening, Sami. I'm Jehovah from Old Ashoman Pure Water. Please let the president know that the Queen Elizabeth's death don't concern him. So we shouldn't hear him say our debt has gone up. Because of a debt, gone up because of a debt, because they have made us that everything that happens somewhere else affects us directly. And both MPP and DC are the same animals, chameleon. They change colors when it suits them, especially NPP and lying Baumia. But I pray NPP choose Baumia as their candidate, like it would be Keke. We say if the government officials are telling Nanado the reality on the ground, he wouldn't have said he is not sure Aisha Wan was deported. Silvanus Ashaman. We say when MPP were desperate for power, they said the battle is the Lord. Now they have forgotten about God, so their slogan is now breaking the eight, my foot. Silvanus Ashaman on the Abba. We say if God really hates hypocrisy, as if God really hates hypocrisy, then MPP will lose election 2024 at all costs. Silvanus Square. And what they about. So I say, Kafui, you are welcome, Kafui, and the Kafui Niha. I will say, good evening, Igbe Mafia. The country is governed by square in a run-hole syndrome by our lazy leaders. Why won't inflation be 34%? No policy of government works, but rather leaders delight in acquiring V8, expensive houses, title, adultery, and varsity girls, and chibum, but will never think of reducing the wastage in expenditure and do the needful. Failed leadership, failed country. NDC and MPP never again. Ejawusu fisi no de aba. We say the MPP communicator is a waste in relation to what is happening in the nation. Is he living in this junk economy or somewhere else? Ejawusu and a bisa question we say. Good evening, boss. I have a big problem for the past 2 years now. I'm in need. I need your favor since 2020. Your message since 2020 election up to now. I have not received my electoral officer money in Kumbungu district. Receive that electoral officer, so it's an electoral commission. Electoral commission, okay, no, they aba. We say for electoral commission. No, electrical commission. Where Yanyabutra Abdul. Hi, Mr. Host. I'm really disappointed in my Muslim brother who happens to be the MPP guy, spewing all these lies without the fear of Allah. How can you attack President Mahama for criticizing you incompetent government who is like a blind, but that does not know which direction to take? I don't blame you. Look at how fat you have become, and most of us are starving. God is watching. A time is coming where people like you will pay and vomit all you have stolen into your haram belly. This is Abdul Majid Nediwe Efrikutu Babidiaba. We say I not you. A comment in the crowd no ekesi. We say what lie? I saw a dog eating grass on my way from work. Upon seeing that, I thought I was in a trance, so I asked the guy holding the dog just to make sure that I wasn't dreaming all my life. I've never seen such a thing until this short man came to power. See all these strange happenings. This guy is just bad luck. See, Mr. Host, how things are hard. To an extent, dogs are eating grass. Hey, then I wonder what goats and sheep and cows will be eating. Ghana, Allah, save us. Majid, Kroyanode, Efrikutu Babidiaba. Was a good evening, sir. The worst ever administration is Nana Addo administration. Very soon, they will put blame on Queen Elizabeth's death for the failure of the economy. It's a good evening, Sammy. I wonder how and why a young man like this MPP communicator to come and defend MPP. He was talking about the Dumso. What did the MPP do in solving Dumso? When the fundamentals are weak, the others konongono de aba. Sammy NDC solved the Dumso before leaving power, and he was also saying things were going on well until COVID-19. Yes, it was all about the best policies NDC put in place because they have nothing to offer Ghanaians. That's why we are where we are. Adams from Konongo, Node Aba. Good evening, Mr. Good evening, Hunter. Sometimes I feel embarrassed when I see MPP communicators on public TV comparing Ghana to Europe when it comes to hardship. I just came from UK. They should give us a break. They have failed one. They have failed one. They have failed one. They have failed to accept. Okay, yenya apiedu na duwe aba. I see this NDC guy too. I say he's a young guy like me, but I'm amazed at his submission. How can he, as a youth, be clamoring for an ex-president who received pension pay and claims he is holier than thou? John Mahama has described himself as a pensioner already, so why does he campaign for a dead goat syndrome? So, I see some of these communicators are also almost 70% part of Ghana's problems. NDC MPP never again afu ajawusufisi. Anode aba. Mr. Hunter, from the look of things, the MPP are losing the 2024 election. The hard economic situation which allow Ghanaians to change their government, on which the Asantehene advised Nanado is now harder than before. If the NPP government attempt to rig the election, then they will be playing with fire. We see, Mr. Same, do you see the face of the MPP man full of lies? What's wrong with what's wrong with these people? Do they think we are fools? We say, please tell your panel that the 15% COLA was not paid. only 10% was paid. Was told 5% will be paid in arrears. NPP, IGP from Taifa, anode aba. Anyway, IGP so edier no. Sakari, say the maboni die. Floating voters, the air cost in listen to MPP, listen to NDC. Floating voters, I remember Namofa about this.
Okay, did can match Mr. Addison, my boss. Namacha Arifonia Tiafonina. You know, from the comments, you heard people saying that MPP, NDC probably they are the same. Just that when it sues them, they change their colors and stuff like that. That person probably have a point there. Mahama administration, how I know my Ekoye. And Kufado over 2016, we are fully aware of how he brought out some laudable policies. Now, person Kobeyana or the Mani C. Ebini one district, one factory. Ebini free SHS. Ebini one village, one dam. Ebini so they say free rent, virtual rent for I think something like that. You mentioned something like yes.
They will support the youth to pay arrest.
There was something like that.
Yeah,
now Ebini say corruption, I catastrophe which was here. But we know that if he's able to do some of these things, at least the economy will be moving on well. Now, one thing is, when I was sitting here and then listening to the conversation, I was amazed at a point. Because nowadays, the best thing to do is to talk for your party. That's one. And the most difficult job now is to be a communicator. That's two. And the worst one is to be an MPP communicator. That's very dangerous.
Why do you see that one as worse?
Pardon?
Why do you see MPP communicator job as worse?
You see, if you can defend MPP, I do believe that, as they are saying, you can defend Satan before God.
Why?
Even if it is black, they try to make it white. And then when they are caught, they say it's black and white. Definitely, they will not admit.
Black and white.
Black and white, definitely.
I see.
They will not admit. You see, we are not partisan. You see, Mahama has had her time. Yes, and we saw how he did his work. You see, now it's about Akufo-Addo. Yes, we all do believe that. And the effects of the Russia-Ukraine war, yes, partly. And it makes us COVID now is Ghana no, like also. Yes, we had an effect from there. But we cannot always blame these two scenarios about everything that you see in Ghana there be. You see, let's be very objective about what we do. In Ghana for me, I sure say Mr. Willis or to him, me sure say ye free hey. So far can we in particular, imagine one city to be free, but me sure. So definitely we are all feeling the heat. You see, so sometimes let's be realistic. Let's just speak truth to power. That's why Ghana is not moving forward. No correct can I damn. You see, we always try to defend, even if it is the wrong thing. Let me read something from here. I was looking at something from here.
Okay.
Akufo-Addo spent 4.1 million Ghana cedis on ultra-luxury private jet. I think this was published by Ghana Web, June 14, 2022, recent year. I think if I'm wrong, you can cross-check and probably bring out the figure. This moment, you pass I think 11. Moment here in so Ebu Okosoro. This very moment, Kenya Ebu Okosoro. This very moment, I keep trying to move 4%, 7%. You see, now inflation about 34%. Last month it was 31 point something.
31.8.
Yes. This moment, our president offer private jet. Oh, please, you can cross-check or you can...
I see June. I see June. Go tier or see June.
Not at this very moment. Anyway, you can
oh, no, don't worry. I can read a portion if really you want to listen.
No, you said this very moment. I still said you are far playing there. But was it June? So make us you can.
Easy. All right, thank you. Easy. So I make an sometimes, we should be truthful. And yet, we should be defending what is wrong. No. Enter Ghana and Kosono. We talk too much. We do little to nothing. Now, one business, one factory, is it what he promised? Let's be factual to ourselves. Mr. Willis, yes, be frank for once.
What have you said?
You see, how are they being run? And then we were just last week or last
and then or bra promise one this is
he said, and I stand to be corrected, that these are avenues for employment. And you know, Ghana Hana Iwono, or Manumayadi, a Jumani ho. So if these things were put in place as he promised now, and I found for Juma, I think Ghanaians wouldn't be unemployed. And all her ratio now, I also probably will feel money Jumanje. But nowadays, you saw her, you saw her, then that's it. I don't really know even how many are functioning now. All right, infinite one village, one dam. Yeah, you may say farming is the backbone of this economy. Or me who say when he comes, there will be a dam in every village. Personally, I've been to some of the sites, Okoho area, just a dark out. It's aware. I went to North some time ago, I think last year or so. If I'm lying, you can just prove me wrong. It's just a dark out. And that's all. That's all. There's nothing happening there. Is that a dam? Then what they will do, you just come there, no more to do a honor. Nobody then they leave. If I'm lying, just you can tell me to my face, yes. Mr. Willis, if I'm lying, you tell me. I've been there myself to see it myself. You can actually me. You see, being said the goal now, or this prayers in the Bible, police in the Bible, is not being achieved. Because you can't even use that water for anything. It's not a dam. Nothing. You hear NAPCO. NAPCO ba say ebe fan kofo juma. Na Ghana for no ahwan han wakra. Now NAPCO, where is NAPCO?
NAPCO was for 3 years. It has run for 5 years.
So if it is just for, is it just for the 3 years or it's kind of continuous? Yes, please. Yeah, let me.
So you're not asking me something about
Oh yes.
NAPCO?
No.
But what did the president promise?
You see, what they said was that this is a project. I remember a Juma about manual. So 3 years you go off. Then another team will take over from there. So
we brought up NAPCO because we had unemployed youth at President Mahama time. Or they at Tabana to a Juma and Francophone. Into seeing the threat the unemployed youth will cause us. And we know the NAPCO buyer is a boy a 100,000 youthful guys or maybe school. It's assisted almost for 5 years.
You see,
more than 40,000 before last week.
Can I go ahead now?
Oh, you can go ahead now. We're just giving you further. Better.
I'm not surprised though because that's his job to defend.
Boss,
a
minute. No, don't worry. A minute. You see, it is good you said it's for 3 years, but when you say prior to the last election, they released a letter, I think, from the office of the vice president. So Amanyosem here infuse one into streamline jobs.
This is the use data by so many use data.
All the sectors, all the institutions, and starting from where you permanently. But prior to the last election,
okay.
So the
state, okay,
that is what came.
The state of
all because now you're election.
The state has
go ahead.
40,000.
No, don't worry.
Please, can I go ahead?
Yeah,
my time is being used. You are using my time.
All of them. That was
there's simple put, and then we don't have NAPCO. Government to say Omunyina a movie to a use.
Yes, they've been displaced. They've been taken off.
It's okay.
You see, I was even coming there. Election time, you are aware. Say, yeah, forming in our financial judgment.
No one said that.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that. All right.
But for your info, more than 40,000 have been absorbed into our public sector.
I'm not surprised. Anyway, let's go ahead. You see, then this, I think last month or so, they had a letter saying that they should go home. That's it. So Problem not all solved. Problem not all solved. You know. Was it solved? No. +1, -1, 0. Now they are home. They are jobless. You see, so this government, how he's run his things, you know, we are losing that faith. Now, before the elections, we heard Nanado is a corruption fighter. Nanado, his age, he's someone like, I don't know, Ghana Fusika, easy. But this government has given us the most scandals. The most scandals. I mean, and he's fully aware. This one, he's fully aware. He cannot deny that. He's fully. Are you not aware?
Is it about scandals or is it about proving with evidence? As for scandal, anybody can scandalize.
Yes. You see, now, let me just take one for example. PDS. You all know that Muhammad time there was Dumso. And Dumso, even I think Kufuor time was Dumso as well. Because I quite remember say
every government has experience.
I quite remember say during that time, we had pastor who went to Akosumu to pray.
Kufuor handed over no Dumso for more than 4 years now. Almost 4 years, need Dumso. More than 3 years, maybe.
All right, let's
go. I thought Mr. Yenye doing so that.
They said there was doing so. Oh, stop.
No, doing
before
so.
20
gravity. I talk about gravity.
There was doing so.
At Thomas time for the 3 years at Thomas very president.
When the entire
May 2011 more now work.
The entire kadum sasema May 2006, 2007, 2008. I was in Kumasi, and I know I asked them. Me name time ni do me light ni time I so. So doing so has been there. Anyway, twice you found time.
All right, so let me just wrap this one up. You see, now if you go down there, the ordinary person on the street is now crying. Things are not working well. You see, there's a high rate of unemployment. You see, not going to say no hobby. And even on one of your school, Pokrana, I think last time, I mean, those nurses crying, they were even out there crying for jobs.
Sure.
If I'm lying, prove me wrong. Crying for jobs. Planning for food and jobs. Where is it now? You see, our great minister, Honorable
Free Akutu.
I say, he came out one time and I say, oh, Ghana, we have food in abundance. Ghana, we are okay.
We have food. Have you run out of?
You see, we are okay. I'm coming. We are okay. Are you getting it? And see, even if we want to buy a bunch of plantain, it may be 3 cities also. You see, is that the truth? Is that the reality?
It depends on where you are.
You see, sometimes we allow ourselves.
Okay,
let's be realistic.
Your last 3 minutes to wrap up. Post COVID-19, any Russia-Ukraine war, the challenges that you go through, and the policies the government rolling out, measures are being taken here. Decision taken so they mitigated the impact of COVID-19 and also Russia-Ukraine war. No, as a floating voter, are you convinced that the government has been able to handle the situation well? And for that matter, the government has done its possible best to alleviate Ghanaians from the full rigor of this hardship.
All right, so let me tell you from this angle. You know, when we had a peak, or when we were in the COVID season, government HLSA is going to build regional hospitals. So there be a health system, across room. And we all know that when those things are put up, a management back room, we had a hope in that, and then we saw nothing. Yes, a mere talk. And then we heard, I'm coming, the agenda 111 came up.
It was
easy. And as we speak, we don't even know the fate of that one again. So and then during the COVID,
President gave us 1.5 years, so let's wait till that one.
Yes, so I said we are yet to see, so we are just watching. All right. And then government came out with COVID time, water, and then I think light free for a period. Like I think for a period. We were all happy about that. You see, but one thing about Kufuor is the fact that this very government, when they give you with the right, then they take back with the left. You see, I don't know Magana for like we felt a bit okay. Not knowing that everything that we've enjoyed is coming back to haunt us. Now we are paying for the light, we are paying for the water. Even COVID now, we are even paying a levy on that. Then, Tobut, if you go, then they brought e-levy, saying that it's going to solve everything. Now we heard the Minister for Finance, Ken, right? He's saying that probably they are going to bring back the Tobut system.
Not all.
Not all. Very good. But
the new ones,
very good. So meaning that it's coming back. You see, so definitely these things are we are not a bit convinced about what he says.
Okay.
And we don't think that how he is taking the policies up and down is something that we can be convinced that we can turn the economy around within the
that's Papa when you're floating voter.
Yes.
My main kind text message me we are WhatsApp messages me we are going straight to Aisha Juan.
But you give me some few minutes of rebuttal.
No
problem. Okay, Mami, let's rebut 1 minute.
Yeah, no, 1 minute. I want to speak to the conscience of the audience out there.
Okay.
So 1 minute is not enough, but
2 minutes.
Politics now, so opposition, the usual thing or the normal thing you do is to shout thief, 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 thief. When you are the thief, you are even a bigger thief.
So you did that in opposition.
That's what he's trying to say.
But just say,
because you came from there.
Looking from, or even hearing my brother speak, they will come and say, comfort. So what I say, by making maybe an on a comfortatory amuano. Oba can't send me, or say Ghana. As President Mama say, on Oba, obey as Gracia Hoden. Late President Mills, ethic offense, constitution review, as Gracia, or can one of them say, try as Gracia, Emma, as Gracia, you're the president, Emma, past president. Well, you saw no time there, you bet you a lot of benefit for him. So what I say, I'm on the white people crab by, as President Mama took over. One dealing with even with the white people. Not only did he reject President Muhammad's constitutional review, he even added his wife. I didn't see that. Yeah, President Biya and benefiting as Grashada. So see, I mean, last year, about to come and
so what I said, Muhammad included in the benefit. He say in China.
You don't quite try to come.
You mean that?
Yes, you don't quite try to come. 84 Obia or no Kasaya. No, I sat down who have the Kasay. Do you trust such a person, especially on number on to farm? One policy alternative crime farm myself.
1 minute.
Sami, Masende a release from NACO. I indicated say they told them to remain at post pending permanent arrangement. The ministry should be privy to going issues. You promise some on permanent. Masende, I'm reading it.
Don't worry. Let me read the message. Let me read this.
Wait. Me see. Don't worry. I said Obekain. Anytime you talk, I don't talk. Sami, the last point is that. Please, Sami, the last point is that. Sami, I am a yao. So we jamming your bema. Now we're trying to try to say. Actually, Ghana for say. John Muhammad in the Yeri.
Yes.
Eka on say you try S Gracia. What you doing? Please. Oh, let me talk, please. Men say show. Please, men say show. Sami,
1 minute.
Sir, who ye ex-president? The Constitution of Ghana, more privileges and a benefit. Every ex-president of Ghana, including former President Kufuor, enjoy that amenities.
Ogusu enjoy.
Please. Oh. Me mention S Gracia how I me say. Constitution is provided for some benefit. And benefit doesn't mean S Gracia alone. Do you get me? Salary count.
Oh, okay.
Do you get me? And I'm sure say, Bibia John Dramani Mahama enjoy Biano. And yet unconstitutional. Former President Kufuor enjoy same. So the issue of say the wife or the same so be S Gracia no or to be way fan It is not true. Let me tell you.
Okay.
If say unconstitutional,
okay.
not for 6 years.
The bottom line is
not for 6 years. Not for 6 years.
Okay.
You haven't done anything about it. Then you are being elected to be the disgraceful person. Idea unlawful. Why you talk about that? You comment about things that are not unlawful.
Me haven't said anything is unlawful.
You are not. Stop making the accounts.
My uncle is being hypocritical.
Mama is your brother.
He's being hypocritical. He's my uncle.
Yes, from a party team.
He's being hypocritical.
Don't leave the accounts. They are redirecting you.
He's being hypocritical.
No,
and as a leader, wants to keep that.
They keep using the name of John Mahama and the family.
He's being hypocritical.
No, stop that.
He's not lying. Let me read messages.
Who allow people?
When we were talking, Omar was sending message and they were quiet, listening to you. It's about time for me to read their message. So show them respect. Show them respect. Show them respect. Nana Edifita Manodiabo, see the MPP man sitting there is not prepared for the program. If MPP rule our dear country for 20 years, they cannot do anything better. Thing. So I say, hi, I'm Nana Bujay Charles, watching your show live from Dunkwao. On a phone, please, the MPP communicator don't have any sensible message for our listeners. Please don't bring him to your show again. Please, I'm MPP man, but our president has failed totally. MPP never again, because we can't even buy fuel and pure water. We need John Mahama to come and rescue us from this wicked government. It seems all MPP communicators are being forced to go against their moral intellect. Or see, it seems they are all told to come and lie. Let them remember their free education has helped reduce some level of illiteracy. So people reason nowadays before they will go cast their vote. Same from a year and we say I'm Noel. I say it is a shameful. I say it's a shame. MPP still send people to your show to defend the mess they have caused this nation. NDC better than MPP. Period. Obviously, I don't know. We say nowadays things are going. Nowadays how things are going there. We will not vote again. Cry. Both parties are not helping. Also, I don't know. Well, it's a good evening, Hunter. God bless you. But in fact, Hunter, I have been monitoring your program for a while, but you are always biased in favor of NDC. Example, today's own, a sachet of water is still 4 Ghana cedis and 5 Ghana cedis, depending the one you want. You always join NDC communicators to heckle the opposite, and it goes against the ethics of your work. So be fair. We say, I'm Rocky from Sunyani. I'm not the way free Ade Abba. I think I read a text from you. Say, me a bias date means myjoyonline.com. They did the bias because they published the story, and those who the press conference, they are biased and not me. What I read was in my article. Well, say, good evening, bro. MPP and lies, hey, they still have vim to send RIP to Her Majesty. They are just not serious. Even their condolences is a lie. They want money from the palace. Patrick Edifiweja. We say, I'm DC. President Akufo-Addo is a president for the whole nation. It should be a great shame for MPP folks alone to be calling Akufo-Addo as a good president, whereas the whole citizens see him as a wicked and an incompetent president, mindful of his own ambitions and a few around him. So then the MPP guy there is a hypocrite and a wicked person ready to die for Akufo-Addo rather than the nation. He must be ashamed of himself. We see that about say good evening. Say, I'm watching you live from Cote d'Ivoire. Big up. It's a good program, and NDC and NPP are not helping Ghanaians. We say, I'm David, watching you live from Kumasi. Good evening, Sammy. So these MPP people still feel okay to sit on TV to defend these poor governors. We see that was a good evening, my brother. If the solutions the MPP preferred in 2016 16 to Ghanaians is the results we are experiencing today. Then God save Ghana. Hassan Tamalino, they free by. If the politicians in this country fear God, I believe by now all of them, both the NDC and NPP, should come publicly and begin to apologize for neglecting their own motherland, Ghana, and allowing foreigners to continue to destroy our waters and our forest. God will punish all of them soon. Sammy, your sneakers, wow, it's nice, really nice. Dash me these sneakers for my alma mater work come these holidays. Hey, I just and I do free at the other. I just with the bro, no worry. Good evening, host. Ghana is facing challenges through COVID global crisis, but at least Ghana have stable power supply. Ghana have not run out of petrol, gas, salaries are being paid. Ghana have not crashed. Let's embrace the positives. NPP went to IMF due to global situations, being COVID and the Russia-Ukraine war, and not because NPP mismanaged the economy as Mahama did in 2013-2016. Don Churchill, Edifri Takrade, and Rodio Efri Abba. So these people are just playing as thinking, say we will forget about the hardship in the country. Or say there are better things for you to do, and you are here wasting time on unnecessary things. When dollar is running away, leaving the city behind, all you think of this, what you think is this useless argument. Everybody in the country are going through hell. DJ Lena Boy from Pandu and Odi Efriaba.